Hello everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Secret of Mana. In the last episode, we got here to try to stop the Emperor. On this episode, we're gonna try to really stop him, see how far we get into this dungeon. Shapeshifter gets whacked. So the good thing about giving a charge attack to one of your supports is they will use it on any weapon that they have. So you don't have to keep going into the menu and changing it for every single weapon on which you change it. Effective versus slimes and lizards. Yeah, I really need that right now because this is honestly my least favorite enemy of this area. These little lizard guys. Because they can set you on fire and they can really game over you quickly. Because they can set everyone on fire at once. So just be careful of that enemy, and continuing on. We got balloon fish. Or, not balloon fish, I forget what it's called. What you really want to go is over here. Keep slaying these fish. That, let's keep going. Also, you're gonna need the axe for this part anyway, so I'm just gonna keep it going. I forgot about it before we came in this area that we need the axe. It's always generally a good idea to have an axe and a whip on somebody when you first start a dungeon until the dungeon's over, or until you think that there's no, place to use either one because they're just used so much. That and sword. What's in you? Boomerang orb. The boomerang will now be level 7. Go in here, and there's tons of places to axe. On this button. And I'm engulfed for the first time. And you can see here just how bad this is. You're stun locked. They can just keep firing at you. Like, this is worse than the fire slime. Kimono birds again. But I'm not quite sure if these are still kimono birds or they have a different name. Die, scorpion. You know, I probably should, Moon Saber. Oh, that only did 1 damage. Metal crawler gets whacked. Oh yeah, these enemies can also poison. So they have a lot of DPS effects. Which damage it per second is a lot more dangerous than just damage at one time. When it comes to this game, particularly. Which is weird. You'd think mass damage would be scary, but no, it's the DPS that's scary on all these, dudes. That's scary. I'm probably gonna have to use healing once. And I may be stuck in that little predicament I told you about. Because this area is, like, so compacted, it's so easy to get stuck with these guys just constantly firing you. Oh, hi, basilisks. A rather strange enemy. Charge up here. Oh. Yeah, you have to hit those switches. Right, yep, over here. That stops the water, so you can actually proceed. That was close. I thought I didn't get that for a second. I'm doing a lot of damage to this guy, but it's just not killing him. Well, goodbye, Axe. Yes, or Masamune. And here we get to fight this dude. The Hydra. I would like to note that, I didn't go over Dryad's abilities when we first got them, but basically, the, Aster gets Sleep Flower and Exploder, and, Opal gets the Barrier and Revivifier. Revivifier is worth leveling, but I don't think Barrier is, and the only way to level it is through using Barrier. I would highly suggest using Barrier in the town and not in an actual enemy zone, unless you're in a very, very low enemy zone. Because Barrier, in its nature, will cause a barrier to form around your party, and it's good for not the amount of seconds, but the amount of uses on your character. So say the first level would be like 3 uses of spells aimed at you, and then the next level would be like 5. Like, and so on and so forth. Which means if you use it to try to level it in any situation, you could accidentally give your barriers out to other people or other enemies, and you'd be screwed because they just be constantly reflecting your magic back and forth. I would also not suggest barrier in boss fights as much as it sounds like a good idea, because unless you have some sort of backup plan for not using your magic to heal, I don't know what you're gonna do there. Like, I really don't see how Barrier is helpful on allies, because it also affects the allies' magic. Now, if it would only affect enemy magic, I would say that it would be a great ability, and you should always use it and level it up and all that. But since it can work on allies' magic, and you can effectively heal an enemy for a friggin' crap ton when an enemy does not have healing itself, you could basically end up, like, losing a fight because of that, and I don't like it. Like, I've never once used barrier in any of my playthroughs, and I played through the game a lot. Probably a total of, like, 10, 15 times. So, yeah. And I've never used barrier once. Also, I feel like the sprite, the wood sprite in this game, not Second Ninja 2, but in this game, is kind of useless because, again, the leveling system for magic is not very great, and, you're just gonna be in the spot where each sprite is gonna be level 0 by the time that you get it, and then you have to level it from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 and finally to 8, and she's the 8th, which means by that point you have 8 sprites and you're trying to level them all at the same time, or level them up. It's just gonna be a big mess. But anyway, now that rant's over. Yeah, this guy's pretty tough. Also, I wouldn't, now that I think about it, I wouldn't suggest leveling it for Astra either, because, Burst, isn't that great, and Sleep Flower isn't that great. Way to go! Sword. Look who's here. Prepare to... Enough, Banha. We have no time for these children. Think what the Mana Fortress will do to them. Let's go. Huh. Coming. Oh, I'll get you, little beast yet. Can't see anything. Let's go. So I don't believe critical hits to be whacked. I think whacked is like its own special thing of like a super crit, but I feel like crits are when the number is bigger than the other numbers. Like, much huger. Because sometimes you'll hit and there will be a number, and then sometimes you can hit and it could be the same number but bigger. I feel like that's a crit. Because you can have improved crit rate and not ever get the whack. Out of my way, bug. Okay, now he's really in my way. Ow. So, by the way, this is my least favorite dungeon. For a lot of reasons, but particularly because it's really long. And kind of tedious. Oh wow, actually I think it's dead. Let's see here. Also, I would save, for magic as much as you possibly can, though that's gonna be hard because this area has a lot of, enemies, and you're gonna be dealing with them So you're gonna be obviously losing a lot of health, but just keep that in mind as you go along. But, you know, you still gotta save your magic whenever you can. Especially since this is such a long dungeon. The shorter the dungeon, the less you have to save for mana, and the longer the dungeon, the more you have to save. Because that's a lot longer to get to a store or anything like that, and farther away. Captain Duck gets whacked. And now what? Oh, I thought that was gonna go from... I was gonna get Fire Bouquet and the other one mixed up. So these ones have a lot of defense. They're best killed with, like, a charge attack. They also have invincibility frames from constantly using their ability. Oh, we're running out of time for this episode, so we're gonna end it here. Next time on Secret of Mana, we'll go through this place and hopefully stop the Empire and beat another boss. There's a lot of bosses in this area. See you guys then.